Well, hey everybody, it's HeapCVA. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a return visitor, if you're not a return visitor, welcome to my channel. Oh, new person. Sorry. It's been a long day. Started yesterday and is going right through this morning. So here we are in EmergeNYC. I had to put together a new video because they went yesterday and pushed another update, and now even though the number still says 0.1.2 up in the upper left hand corner, we're in 0.1.3. Why in the world did they do that? Well, Raphael says that they had to fix a few bugs that were in the 1.2 update, and while he was at it, he added a couple of things. And rather than try to describe them to you right now, we'll see them here in a second. Let me talk about a couple things first. Number one, this video should have been out yesterday. I'm going to point my crooked finger at Windows for two updates that popped up in the middle of nowhere that definitely affected my ability to capture video. And I just finally got it working this morning. I could video yesterday, but it would not capture the loading screen on any of the software I use, whether I use open broadcast software for the most part, but I even fired up I don't even know what it is because I never use it. That comes with the NVIDIA system, and I kept getting that black screen. I finally got it to record some activity, and it was really dropping frames, and just didn't make any sense to me. So after rendering two videos yesterday, and if you've ever watched somebody do that, a 30-minute video is an hour and a half render. And right now, uploading to YouTube is taking almost an hour by itself. And so you can wipe out 3 hours without doing hardly anything. So I just kept getting further and further behind. So keep your fingers crossed that we're back on track. And this is one of several videos that I'm going to record today, and that everything goes smooth again. Number two, while I was on Steam yesterday on the community thing, and that's where I found out that he had pushed another update, I noticed, because my videos are listed there as well, he asked me, if you're having problems steering a fire truck or any vehicle with the keyboard, why don't you use a controller? And I thought to myself, why did I not think of that? Now, that's not the first time I haven't thought of something, but it just seemed like such a simple thing. And I have 3 controllers. Neither of them triggered anything in me to remember to plug them in and give it a try. So I shut my computer off and plugged in each one. I have a Logitech and 2 Xbox controllers. One has the rumble feature and the other one does not. And sometimes I use one and sometimes I use the other. I like the Logitech for most of the things I do. To me, it's a little smoother. Tried them both with the game, and here is my experience. The left and right joysticks will do something in this game, but they don't do enough for me to say I can drive the fire engine or the police car or the ambulance with the controller. It doesn't work for me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I tried a bunch of different things, but I could go forwards and backwards, or I could look left and right and up and down. I could not steer the vehicle, which, as you know, if you go forward and you can't steer, it's usually followed by crashing into the wall. So I gave up on that. I know it's downstream. I thought I had read somewhere where Raphael had said that the game or the tech demo The stuff to support the use of controllers hasn't even been taken care of yet. They're too early in the process for that. So I'm going to take it at face value and just leave it alone. I'm getting better at steering with the keys. We'll just have to play it by ear. So that was the other thing. So enough of that. Let's go into the game knowing that I will not push this button. And you go, why? Or maybe you're not saying why. It froze the game on me. It's not actually up and ready yet anyway. So I'm just going to slap myself on the hand and quit from touching it. So let's go into quick play and load the tech demo. Are we going to go through the black screen? Oh yeah. It'd be nice if he just, I know there just needs to be a picture over the black screen. So you look at a picture, maybe it's a couple of different pictures, like a slideshow of, different apparatus and the police cars or something, just some still pictures while you're waiting to load. I can't imagine how long this black screen is going to last as more graphics gets put into the tech demo, which eventually turns into an early access or an alpha or beta game. How long it's going to take to load. There's a lot of people on the Steam forum, a lot of cheerleaders, a lot of fans that are supporting this endeavor, and a few people that aren't happy at all, which happens with every game I've ever fooled around with. But I don't know what that thump is it shows that picture for a split second, but you can already see something that I wanted to talk about. First thing, one of the extra things that he put in 1.3 is you can look left or right. This station is got, and we'll just keep backing out even if it locks the mouse out. Whoops, obviously we can't go that far. So anyway, here we are on a nice street with scene furniture or whatever you want to call it. The buildings have been textured. And if that doesn't look awesome, I don't know what does. Driving up and down this street is going to be very interesting in the truck. Some of you guys that are from New York have seen FDNY in action, could probably tell me stories. I guess I'm going to have to go on YouTube and watch them do some driving. There's tons of videos on YouTube of live video of apparatus responding on these little skinny streets like this. And so that's going to be something interesting. But I'm going to try to go out as far as I can. And you're going to see something else going on too. And I believe I've heard it discussed in the forums, is, as you can tell, we've got room for expansion. There's the Freedom Tower there. My guess is we're due for an expansion. The harbor, the buildings down in what I think is Wall Street, and I'm not from New York, so I could be wrong. And I'm in the thing. But you can see from here, it's a good viewpoint. Pretty much every station is see if I can't scoot out anymore. That's it. It's as good as we're going to get, with the exception of a couple other buildings. As we fly over, and I'll try to head in the directions that I wanted to kind of fly over, you can see how there's room for some additional things. Another station there, and without having my map in front of me, I do have a map that I found online. Somebody's doing a lot of work on a map system for this, just to help us folks from other places play. And I really appreciate what he's doing. I will get his name and mention it the next time that I do a video on this. So here we are flying over the top rooftops. I think that's kind of cool in and of itself. Here's the park. I believe some of this is not in the game yet, that you can't actually go out here. Or maybe you can. I ain't 100% sure. And why I said ain't, no, because I recognize that station. And then over here as well. So we've got some space. I guess that would be in another direction there. There's another station there. And here we go back, which I would say is south, back to the general vicinity of the Wall Street area. So there's been some texturing done, and I want to focus on this building that we can see right here. Now it takes a while to scroll down because I'm way out here. But guys, as I read, and you kind of lose it. I got to keep zooming in till it draws. Come on, baby, show up. Come on, there. Come on, you can do it. All right, look at that. Look at what's going on here. He stuck this little deal in here. A door is open, but here is a building. I would call it a taxpayer type building. I could be absolutely wrong. Somebody from New York might have to correct me on that. But we can do a little flyover of it. I'm kind of curious if I can. Yikes. Look it. Check this out. I wonder if I can spin around and zoom at it from another angle. There it is right there. There's the room. Oh my goodness. Is that not cool or what? Now, if I drive an engine to this, because that's what you got to do, are they going to be able to do anything right this minute? Nope. And so you get to stare at the fire, but there's not a thing you can do about it because we're not there yet. But that is some of the extra stuff. And I hate to use that term, some of the extra things that Flip Switch added at the same time that they uploaded 1.3. So I got to tell you, the best thing for me about the overflight here, and I do love this particular picture, is it gives me a better idea of what exactly I'm seeing as I'm trying to drive around and find stuff. And the only thing is I don't want to push my luck as far as zooming in, because I can actually move with the WSAD keys and zoom back in on this firehouse here. So if we go to, let's say we shut all the traffic off, go back, change the vehicles, we're going to go to 32 engine. Now it keeps you from zooming out like that again. If you do that, you lose, in my mind, you lose control of the engine. So we're going to fire up 32. Here we are in the cab. And I'm trying to be very easy on the keys because I'm finding that that's exactly how to help yourself out. So now, could we go another way down this way? I think we could, but my goal is to show you the map. Now, the map will, because you're on the pumper, will zoom in. it's still not quite ready for all of the things that it will be able to do. But it does give you kind of a idea of where you're headed. That's why I turned the traffic off, because while I'm looking at the map and driving at the same time, all you're doing is inviting a crash. So one thing I wanted to show you guys is, and I'm going to make a turn here because it's a two-way street. Can you see that circle that you're just starting to see come into view? Another thing that's been added to the mapping for this particular version is now you have the incident marker on the map. When we get to a point in the tech demo or game or whatever you want to call it, where we're actually doing something, that's going to help a lot, especially for us that actually don't live in New York. Now, okay, next thing I want to show you guys. We have 32 sitting here. Notice as I wave over the cursors, compartment doors are opening. Now there's no rear compartment yet, sorry, but we can get these doors open, get our crew out, and all these doors open. So he added that to it. Now I believe this is the kind of feature that was in the original tech demo, where the engine was just parked and you could just make the siren work, and things like that. But to me, this is the cool stuff that's coming. And it's important because theoretically, that's how you're going to get people assigned to do the various things that are going to happen in this, like this incident here with a working fire on the third floor. Obviously there's apartments above, businesses below. They're going to go up the stairs. They're going to go up the fire escapes. There's going to be, somebody's going to ladder the roof. And so that's the kind of stuff that you should expect to see and start seeing more of. If we go to nines, and I gotta reposition myself here a little bit. Now, we're going to go, it's probably going the wrong direction, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is scream on over there. We're not too far away, because what it's telling you when you get that circle is that you're getting close to the incident. And so I'm sure there's a reason for that I'm not aware of, but you can see already if I stop. Okay, I'm facing the wrong way, but you can see that we're approaching this incident. Now let's say we jump up on the curb and zoom in a little bit. Let's say Rescue 9 is going to, I don't know where my building went, but it would be nice to get it back. There it is. You know, the same thing I was talking about with the engines, Rescue does the same. If you want to come in here and open compartment doors, be my guest. Now this one doesn't open. but most of these do. And I'm not going to open all of the doors, but you can tell that besides the driver door, because you know that the crew's going to ride inside here, the crew box anyway. So again, this is going on just like it did in the demo. Let me zoom out just a little bit. It helps. And I can shut these doors as well in case there's snow blowing in the door or something. And you can assign these guys. Now I imagine when they start optimizing video, this won't disappear as easy. So doors are starting to open, which is, you know, what I was trying to say. If we are in the station here and here's 75 truck, or hook and ladder 75, whatever you want to call it, same principle applies. Now, I haven't checked every vehicle. If we go to 30, which just happens to be next door to these doors are opening. So 49 engine, if I can get inside the station here. Doors opening, because this is a Seagrave. Nice, nice, nice. Definitely working. So 78. Okay, there you go again. What pump are they? They're in a Seagrave. Ladder 66, which is over here. Definitely these doors open. We've looked at 75. We looked at that. The only one that I noticed doesn't have any opening doors right this minute, and the Battalion 5, the door's open for the cab, but I can't get the tailgate to open yet. 28's compartments don't open up yet. One thing I wanted to show you real quick, if you go to EMS, and let's go to the I'll toggle them on, and I apologize for getting dark already. No doors opening on the ambulance. I'm sure sooner or later. But if you go to the EMS supervisors, was zooming again, doors opening. Come on, push that thing open, and the tailgate opens with his equipment in the back. Great looking deal. I'm really looking forward to this. Definitely going to add a little bit of excitement to the game. It's just another thing to put in your brain to think of in the future, and so that helps a lot. Now, I hadn't really gone to FPNY much, but as we go over here, and I got to toggle them on, or they're not going to show up at all. I'm in the Discoverer. If I'm mistaken, yeah, he's not doing any of that. But I wanted to show you something here, and it goes back to this box that's on the left-hand side. Is that message board thing? You can actually change that, and I really like that. Now, it only is on these kind of vehicles right this minute. It's not on like the Tiara Victor, which is another word for Crown Vic or Crown Victoria, to take your pick. But this is a very cool deal. So there is stuff happening with this update board too, so that you can upgrade or change the light bars and stuff up here. I can turn those off if I want. I can move this switch over and have all of the lights go off for I think that's called a vector force. It's been a long time since I've had to look at that stuff. Unfortunately, you'll notice is as you turn the lights on your vehicle, the lights on all the other vehicles go off too. So it's just something else that he's got to work on. I heard him mention it already once. I think he thought that in the 1.3 upgrade that it was going to fix that issue, and I can tell you right now that it hasn't, but it's not taking away from what's in the demo so far. So it is what it is. It could be a lot worse. So if we go back to 32, he's sitting in front of this building right now. And so what I'm going to do is, rather than talk about a bunch more stuff, is to say that's pretty much what's going on right this minute. I was really surprised to get another update so quickly. It looks like the sun's coming up, which would be nice. So soon after 1.2. Now, I didn't notice anything other than the normal glitches that you get in trying to develop a game, and I didn't make as much of it as Raphael did, which is a good thing for us that are waiting for a game, because it means the guy is really focused and really paying attention. And I'll throw in right now, just from my perspective, it might be different. Your perspective on this whole thing may be different. I was an early adopter. I didn't do the Kickstart, but I did do the $50 thing. I forget what it's called. He's got a term for it. I can't think of it right this minute. I got to give FlipSwitch credit where credit is due. They are busting their butts to put this thing out. They know that they're probably being as careful as they can, but people demand, I want to know when it's coming out. I wanna. I don't think we're in a mode right this minute where anybody can really do that. If you paid for this game in advance, what you've done is kind of pre-order, but you're also supporting FlipSwitch. And they need your support. They desperately need your support. He's got a little bit different business model than a lot of other games do. He's doing this by himself. He's not trying to have some big investor come in. And what would happen eventually at the end of the day, I guarantee you, is that they would take over and kill it for everybody, because they'd want to change stuff or kill some of the features that we hope we'll see in this game. Some good things have happened to these guys. Some bad things have happened that they didn't expect, but they keep coming back. They're still standing. They keep going forward as much as they can, and they're doing the best job that they can do with a very small staff. So all I can ask of everybody is, it's going to be a great game. I'm sure of that, but that patience is a requirement, because nothing's going to go any faster. Even if you demand it or you beg it or whatever, it can't go any faster. He's very careful about making sure that everything looks the way it's supposed to look, and he pulls the trigger on new stuff relatively slow, which is good. That means that he's trying to work kinks out of it before it gets in the hands of a whole bunch of people. And then when the game falls on its face, so to speak, everybody just points at him and screams bloody murder, or they want their money back, or it's not what you advertised. And people that have read the forums understand, or both their forums, they're on their website, or the forums in Steam, know exactly what I'm referring to. I'm going to support these guys any way I can, because I believe they're going to put out a product. The people that are giving him information, that are looking at bugs, that are recommending new things for the game, aren't just your average gamers. Some of these people work for FDNY. They work for NYPD. They work in New York EMS. These are the people that are on the ground every day doing this for a living. Or they're part of other organizations that are related, that have ideas that would love to see them incorporated in a game. Are they all possible? I don't know. I kind of doubt it at the end of the day, or because of the sheer volume of the size of the game would be. But all I can do is say it's a great idea. I'd love to try it out. I've not done that. I'm a West Coast firefighter, and so the things that I'm seeing in this game are not foreign to me, but they're different. And so I don't think it's my place to say you need to do this and you need to do that. It's not my job. My job is to be patient, support them, and wait for the updates as they come out, and eventually a game that we can play in video and have a good time with and get into multiplayer and go nuts. Because you're going to need multiplayer in this game because the sheer volume of people that are going to have things assigned. And it's already started. There's a bunch of groups out there putting groups together that are like little fire departments, where you sign up and you go through training and you got a rank and all that stuff. And I'm likely to have to do that because I can't imagine just doing this by yourself. There's too much to do. But today you could be a firefighter, and tomorrow you could drive an ambulance and just do EMS, and the next day you could drive a police car and do nothing but law enforcement. That's what I'm looking forward to in this game, is every day can be a new game. And so with that being said, I'll end the video for now. I think you got the gist of what 1.3 looks like and what it did. That's a little bit different than 1.2. And let's keep our fingers crossed that more good stuff comes out like this often. And that's that. So thanks so much for coming by my channel. I really appreciate it. If you really like this video, hit that like button, and that little button tells me, if you never say anything to me again, that this video was pretty good, and it did what it was just intended to do, was to give you some information, show you some stuff that's going on, and hopefully you liked it. If you got comments about the game, or you're thinking about something that's related to this, or a question or a comment, please leave them. I love to see that stuff. I respond to everything I see. Fortunately, behind the scenes, the creator that YouTube puts on there for the channel tells me when there are posts, so that I don't leave them unanswered. At the end of the day, if you like these kind of deals, you're supporting the game or the type of games that I like more than anything, although I have other games listed, think about subscribing, so that when I do updates, when I add new videos, that you're at the front of the line as far as knowing about the new videos instead of the back of the line. That being said, I hope you're having a great day, whether it's sunny outside or the moon is out. I'll get to making this into a video, and see you all later. So take it easy.